Let's wait for a few minutes. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. Let me make sure everything's set up right. All right. Got my keyboard here. Got everything here. All right. Hope everybody had a good day today. Man, it was humid as hell today. Straight up, dude. I wonder if something is coming in like a storm or something. Now we'll see. All I know is it feels like a steam bath outside. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that don't know what Texas is like, Texas does have dry heat sometimes, but a lot of what we get is really humid weather, like subtropical weather. It's awful, especially in West Texas. East Texas. It's bad, and the more south you go towards Houston, it gets worse, right? But West Texas is pretty dry, from what I understand. I've never lived in West Texas, but I've been through it several times, and me and Sophia went through it in 2019 when we went to go Pikes Peak. So it's different. Dry heat is way different. It's a lot better. But we'll see who gets on here. Looks like 4 people are on right now, I think. We'll see. I want to make sure that I don't have anybody. Hi, Denise. How are you doing? Denise had a good weekend. She went to what was it, a wedding or something? A birthday party or something? It was fun for her. And I got to spend time with her family, so forth and so on. Dwan will be here tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing my YouTube live at 2 tomorrow, or earlier than that even. So some of you aren't going to be able to see tomorrow's live, but you'll be able to see it, make comments. So give it a little bit longer. By the way, I like this song that's playing. I love this freaking song, dude. I'm gonna do a video for this song, I think. But no, I had a great night's sleep. My problem with this weather is that, like, my joints get really swollen, especially my knees. Oh yeah. A birthday party. Yeah, see. Yeah, she went to a birthday party. But it's always nice to go to a relative or friend's birthday party when you're an adult, because you see things from different eyes. You know what I mean? But let's see who gets all on here. It looks like 4 people are on here right now. If you're on here right now, say hi, introduce yourself. So today, I've been talking about the ingredients and the steps, and I've been talking about, how you think about them and so forth and so on. I've been talking about my life a little bit. What I want to discuss today, I think, is key. It's not quite an ingredient. It's not quite a step. It's just something you have to learn over time. So we'll discuss that in a minute. Hey, what's up, Lori? Okay, so I guess we'll start. I think Anna's probably on. She always forgets to say hi. Okay, Megan. Sorry, Megan. Why can't you comment on my live? That makes me sad. Megan can't comment on my live. I have no idea why. All right, just watch Megan, and just you can make comments later if you want, or just watch it. Megan's in the hospital, so she's been in the hospital for a little bit here. So we're kind of entertainment for her, y'all. So, and she gets a lot of information through us. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. All right. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, owner of Noir Apology Gaming, and what we do here is listen to you talk. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Whoever makes comments down below, tell me how your weekend went. Tell me what you did. Were you lazy? Did you relax? Did you work? Some people worked. Me, I did a combination of a little bit. Well, you guys know. I got on live Saturday. I got live Sunday. Saturday is a little bit harder day, but I kind of relaxed. I kind of relaxed a little bit more this weekend than I normally would, and I think I'm going to try to do that. I think it's enough for me to do the YouTube lives like this as far as work on the weekends, because I do have to think about what I'm doing ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so today what we're going to talk about is the idea of level thoughts and balanced life. I talk about this a lot. All right, the idea of level thoughts, balance in the middle. You're aiming towards that middle. Not up, not down, not right, not left. You're going towards forward. All right. That way you always know that. So that way, if you go right or left, you can always get to the middle when you think about it like that. Okay. It's like a crosshair. And if you're a Christian, yes, I know it forms a cross, but it's actually about the crosshair. Okay. And there's many ways to achieve this right here, but it all revolves around the concept of not going right or left or up or down. You don't want to waver on your thought process. You don't want to be a tree blowing in the wind. You want to be and if you are a tree blowing in the wind, you want to be an oak. An oak might get damaged by the wind, but it's not necessarily going to be ripped down. You know what I mean? And in this process that we do here, let me get something to drink. In this process that we do here, you have to keep focused. You know what I mean? You can't get pushed off your line, as it were, because then if someone that doesn't like you or whatever it may be sees you slipping, sees you not holding the line, they're going to try to push you on purpose, right? All right, hold on one second. Let me have a drink. You guys are more than welcome to comment down below and just talk about yourself too as I'm talking. Okay, I will chime in if it's something that is additive to this. So don't worry about whether or not you're distracting me, because I'm trying to talk about something here. But if it's relevant to what I'm talking about, I will participate. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of how life works, right? So, lately I've been talking about myself, right? I've been talking about my life and where I was and how chaotic it was. And it was very chaotic, okay? And what that really means is, let me make sure my stuff is ready. There we go. Okay. What that means is, back in the past, when I was barely understanding what was going on with myself, even when I was married, when I was on the streets, all that stuff, I knew some things about my life, like about my bipolar disorder, but controlling it was impossible. Okay, because I didn't want to control it. Let's just be honest. I can blame anybody I want to blame. In the end, I didn't try to control it. Okay. Now, what that means is I had to figure out a way to balance stuff. With this business, I have to find a way to balance stuff. If you don't have balance in your life, you're going to become lopsided. Do you know what I mean? So, take, for example, this business. Let's just use what I do here. I have to balance between talking and chatting with people and doing my videos, and then of course do my lives, which are separate. And I have to balance all of these things, and then I have to balance my life as far as making sure I'm getting enough sleep, making sure I'm eating right, making sure that I'm exercising right. I can't just sit in this chair all day. Okay, make sure I'm getting out of the house. I do have to get away from here so I can think about what I'm doing. That's hard for me. That's I got to be honest with. That has been the hardest part about all this, is the balance aspect. Okay, but then going back to my actual life before this, I had to balance all of these different things about my personality. Oh yeah, that's true, Dawn. If you're more than willing to go ahead, talk about your disability. I'll chime in to tell them about it, because you have to have balance. Dawn has to have balance too. Dawn had too much of. How would you describe yourself when you first got here? Like your balance. Tell these people how your balance was. And it said it's better. Oh, you know what? No, I got a better idea. Don't talk about it. We will talk about it tomorrow when you come over. I want them to hear this from your mouth. And y'all got to hear what Dwan has to say about this stuff. I've been doing all these lives and stuff. He's been too busy to comment on here all the time. So maybe tomorrow is just the best time. We'll go do an overview of what we've been talking about, what I've been talking about, and Dwan will talk about himself. Because Dwan's no different. Just because what? Because he doesn't have bipolar disorder? Yeah, or lack thereof balance. Hey, Dwan, that's what our canes are for. True. No, it's okay, Anna. It's okay. So tomorrow, Dwan, me and you will discuss some of the things I've been discussing lately, and I want everybody's going to want to hear what you have to say about this, not just with Daryl. Daryl's given his viewpoint, but the other side of the business, But back to what I was saying, balance it's dependent on what you're doing, right? Balance it's not a one-time pass for everything you do. Balance could mean physically. Dwan is unbalanced. I'm unbalanced right now. Physically, we both have to have canes. Now, I was making a joke, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? But then there's psychologically. Dwan is just now learning about his depression. Well, he's having to add that to his life, which is making, which at first maybe made, I don't know, ask him. If I'm going to take a guess, it probably made some things kind of unbalanced sometimes, because he had to get used to that new thing. See, once you start adding things to your life, it can become unbalanced very easily. Now, is it bad to add things to your life? Of course it's not. You don't want to add bad things, though, but good things, you just have to learn how to balance it. You have to figure out a routine in which you're balanced. The thing is, the level thoughts part, that's the one that gets people in trouble. Balanced life could be any aspect of life, but balanced thoughts, that is the one. That is the one where someone says something sideways to you and you decide to punch them in the face. And then here comes the popo. You go, well, that's not right. Dude, there was about 1,000 different ways you could have handled that situation without punching someone in the face. Right? And so, yes, you're going to pay for your crime. I hope it felt better. I hope you feel better after you punch that guy or punch that woman. It's not the way it works. So you, especially in regards to the ingredients, one of the things that the ingredients provides when you're carrying them is balance. Is the ability to have level thoughts. And as you're cleaning your house, especially if you've never done it before, like me back in the past, and like Dwan, it is liberating. It is liberating to start this stuff. And then you start dealing with your issues one issue at a time, and you start to get better. And your life begins to balance out. You stop being so sensitive. You stop being so defensive. You start being so, role-playing games as of late. You need to develop your character in a way. That's why I love my brother. Y'all read that? That's exactly it. It is your decision. Having too much of one thing to having too much of another thing is going to get your butt kicked. What he's saying is, you could have all the greatest defense in the world, but if you suck at fighting, if you suck at actually hitting, it ain't gonna matter. Balance. Make straight A's, but in school I dealt with depression. Had to learn B is for balance. No, that's not what I'm referring to. No, you should always try your hardest. You should always try to get an A. That's not what this is a referendum to. I'm talking about literally balance. There is always a way to be better in your life without being average. Average isn't balance. Average is average. Average is just a way of saying that I don't really want to try harder than this, and I'm going to be lazy. That's what average is. That's why it's called average. You're not really that good at anything. You're just average. You just pull enough weight just to get by. That is definitely what me and Dwan do not teach. Yeah, no, you don't have to let yourself get a B. You always should try. What you have to do is accept it. It's not about letting yourself get a B, Anna. Okay? It's about accepting that you aren't perfect. That's all it is. No, you should always want to get an A. Actually, I don't agree with letter grades anyway, but you should always want to be right. Okay? You should always want to be right. Okay? You should always want to be. Actually, that's a good right there. You should always be. You understand? You should. In other words, it's not about. You're right. It's not about straight A's. But you just should want to get straight A's. It's not in other words, I know some people that get so depressed about not getting A's, if that's what you're referring to, Anna. But the deal is, it starts with your thoughts. It starts with your thoughts. Okay? One of the reasons why I couldn't finish anything was because I was a perfectionist. Yeah. And because if nothing, even in video gaming, sometimes I would do these missions over and over and over again, and it was ridiculous. And what I had to realize is that I'm not perfect. That's all it is. That's all it is. Even in reference to this business, does this business have to be perfect? No. Does it have to be right? Yup. You say, well, what's the difference? Perfect implies that I'm God. That's right. That's it. That's it, Dwan. The ingredients are not here to make you a perfect person. The steps are not here to uncover this beautiful mansion. Because you might uncover it and realize, well, I got some work to do. Okay? But balancing your thoughts, leveling your thoughts out. Leveling your thoughts out is the hardest thing you can do. Okay? It is the reason why so many people make mistakes. They make mistakes because they act overly aggressive in this situation, and they act under aggressive in this situation, and they get nothing accomplished. So this group of people thinks they're a jackhole over here, and this group of people thinks you're lazy. Well, both can't be true. How could you be? Think about this. How can you be lazy and over-aggressive at the same time? Well, then something's unbalanced there. Somebody got a wrong message from your actions. And the reason is because maybe there was a moment that you didn't have level thoughts, and you got overly aggressive with somebody, and somebody saw that. It happens to me a lot, especially back in my past, where people, yep, that's right. If you over pursue trying to tackle somebody, you're going to miss them. If you under pursue, you're going to miss them. Great analogy, Dwan. In other words, you have to pursue with the possibility that person may still break a tackle. That's right. But also with simply tackling. One of the reasons why that, like, even in NFL training camps, that they practice the best defensive coordinators will practice just tackling. And you say, well, yeah, but they should know how to tackle by the time they're in the NFL. There is no sin in always practicing the basics, no matter how good you get. You can be the most eloquent speaker in the world, and there's no reason not to practice reading The Cat in the Hat. It's just practicing basics. It's just practicing basics. It's making sure, because people don't make mistakes because they practice the basics. They make mistakes because they do something ahead of time because they're trying to advance themselves earlier. It's like a high school player, a ninth grader trying to take on a 12th grader. They can, if they know their basics. If they don't know their basics and they're just trying to use purely their athletic skill, that wide receiver is about to school them. Right? And there is a such thing as knowing, adding knowledge to all this. There is a such thing as getting it in over your head, which is why practicing basics, getting better at the basics. Once you get better at the basics of anything in life, you will do it without thinking, and it will look like you are the best in the world at it. Tell me that my voice is good enough. Your mother told you, yeah, and you know the truth to that. That's the thing. That's a nice compliment, but Dwan trying to tell you guys something. That it's not that his mother was wrong, okay, about his voice. It's that she didn't get that there is way, way more to it than just speaking. Way more. Dwan knows this now. There's a reason why it's not easy to do commercials. It's not easy to do voice acting and things like that because you have to read a script, right? But you will be. Dwan, you will be. You just practice. And that's the point. See, Dwan just did something that most people cannot do. He knows he's not ready, okay? Right? He knows he's not ready. Is that going to stop him? No. He's going to practice. That's not going to stop him. But too many times, that's the thing right there. There you go. Dwan is showing you exactly what I'm talking about. That too many times, people will get excited that I want to be this. And they go and be this, and they fail at it. And they never stop to think why they failed at it. It might not even be because you weren't good enough. It might be because you bit way more than you could chew, and you needed to practice certain other things that you didn't want to practice. This business is not going to be successful, for example, without me learning finances. I hate finances. I hate business finances. I loathe them, and I hate everything there is to know about it. But guess what, buddy boo? If I don't learn business finances, it's over already. I have to learn how to take that money and deposit it somewhere so it can make money. That's right. Dwan's got this down right, man. Y'all listen to Dwan right here. This is not a man with his low self-esteem. I mean, he kind of has a low self-esteem, but it ain't not about his voice. He knows he's got work to do, just like I know I have work to do. So no matter how many compliments someone gives me, I know for a fact that other professional people that do this would tell me I have work to do. So I'm glad that my friends love what I do, and I thank you for that. But I know that I have work to do, no matter what compliments you give me. And so that's why I have to work harder and harder. I'm not there yet. Dwan is not there yet. But that's a sign of right there is the sign of a person. I'm talking about Dwan and I, that not only knows our flaws, that we need to get better at them, that knows that we can be better at them. So it's not as if our flaws are stopping us. We don't over-exaggerate things. We're not too good, and we're not the worst we've ever been. Does that make sense? In other words, that's balance. That's level thinking. Like, you're not going to compliment me on something and me blow my head up so that I can float in a river, and then all of a sudden, oh wow, I don't have anything else to do. No matter what you say to me, I will always not be good enough, and I like it like that. Because that means that I will never stop trying to get better. Too many times people get to a certain point in their life and they go, well, I'm good at this. I don't need to try anymore. You know, that's why you get surpassed. And you go, oh my God, why is that young person surpassing me? I've been working here for 50 years. Because you stopped at some point. You stopped getting better. That's right, Dwan. Look at our first videos. Look, we were proud of him at the time, Dwan. It kind of makes me want to do a pouty face right now. Do you remember how proud we were, Dwan? We thought they were the most baddest things since the next slice of bread, white bread. That's right. But you know, and too many times people will stop, and they've reached a certain plateau of their life, and they go, well, I've reached my goal, and I've become good at this, or I have an income from this, or whatever it is, and I'm gonna stop trying. That could be me and Dwan. Dwan will be the first person to tell you we wasted too many years, man. We ain't got no time for that bullshit. This is what right here, being successful and what we do. You think Dwan wants to work with Tom Thumb for the rest of his life? You think I want to be on SSI for the rest of my life? Y'all got me fucked up. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And they were what? They were wheat. What? I didn't understand that last comment, Dwan. Man, my stomach is hurting, man. Yes? Ask me what exactly, sir? Oh, the bread. No, but anyway, but back to what I was saying, real quick. In fact, I'm gonna take a break for a second, y'all. I'm gonna go take a quick drag off of a cigarette. I'll let y'all take a break for a second. But let me say this before I do. While I'm not gonna be gone for long, but while I'm gone, okay, do you think? Nope. If you were going to ask someone, hey, who was the second place winner to the Super Bowl? How many people do you think could answer that question? People want winners. And you can convince yourself that, oh, well, it doesn't matter if you win. Yes, it does. Especially when you're doing what me and Duane have to do. We have to be better than other people. In fact, we have to be sharper than other people. We have to be better than other people because we are behind. We didn't go get a college education. We have to do things uniquely that's different than other people, but let it stand out, and be professional, which is what we're trying to do. But I got a question for you guys. I'm gonna step outside and have a smoke real quick, okay? While I'm gonna have a smoke, and you guys have a discussion amongst yourself, okay? I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I want you to name something in your life. You can either say it out loud and then discuss it amongst yourself, and each one of you answer. I better see an answer from every one of you, okay? That's right. That's right. Duane's got that right. But check this out. What is something that each of you have always wanted to do? You can say it out loud or you can not say it out loud, okay? And Megan, if you're still watching, send me a message through Messenger and I'll read it later, okay? And in fact, maybe I'll read it as soon as I get back. But everyone participate here. We're gonna do a little exercise here. And you guys, I want you guys to talk about yourself, and then I will join the conversation when I get back, okay? I want to know something in your life that you didn't do because you didn't think you could do it. And then what's stopping you from doing it now? Okay? 2 questions. Answer both. Go. Duane, you're the guide on this. You're the co-owner. I'll be back. I'll be over there in a second. What do we got here? Let's see here. Let's see what we got. This music doesn't have to be relaxing, Denise. If you want relaxing, go listen to like, I don't know, piano music somewhere. I'm not here to relax. What the fuck? It's a live. It's for people not to fall asleep. Why is it that some old people, that is the second person today that has commented on the strangeness of the music that I play on here. It's a good thing that I'm hoping for a larger audience, maybe like a younger one. I digress. No, it's all good. It's fucking Harris Heller. What's wrong with you? Good Lord. See? Dwan. Okay. So, answer question. With all of you, what y'all were talking about, I'm looking at, let's see, Lori, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, go sit by a pool. Go punch yourself in the face. Yeah, I think Denise should go jump in a pool. Maybe she should go down south of herself and go like to Antarctica and go swim with the penguins. Motherfucker. Y'all, she's like 2 feet tall, Denise is. I just want you to know that. Some of those penguins are probably giant to her, huh? Anyway, I know you are, Dwan. They're weird people, you know. I apologize for leaving you babysitting the kids. You said you wanted to be a daddy. That was good practice. Anyway, okay. Here's a question. All of these things that you guys are talking about are cool and all. I mean, being a father and, you know, Denise is pretty accomplished herself. But I guess what I was asking y'all, all right, was deep inside the crevices of your mind. Was there ever something that someone told you you couldn't do and you just stopped trying to do it? Anything? Now answer the question. In other words, I guess that's the question I'm asking you. Is there something that someone had told you that you couldn't do, that you always wanted to do, that you thought you could do, but you were convinced differently by somebody else? There was a lot when I was younger. Anybody want to participate in the conversation now? Hello? Anyway. Yeah, there you go. That's 1-to-1. Come on, ladies. So there's never been anything in your life that someone has went, hey, you can't do this, and you just stopped. That's impossible. Every human being on this planet has something. You just have forgotten about it. We're all old people here. Yeah, that's a good one, Anna. I like what she means by that too. That's a good one, Anna. You know, when you have a psych disorder, that's kind of a big one for us. It might be silly to other people. Yeah, no shit, Dwan. Yeah. Hey, by the way, do you know what FF means? Dwan, explain to them what FF means. Type the complete phrase out so everybody knows. Dwan's giving you all a set of instructions. If you don't understand it, he's about to help you. FF means fucking focus, okay? That's what FF means. So when me and Dwan or Sophia say FF, that's what we mean. FF, fucking focus. I used to say that to Amanda all the time. So anyway, the reason why I asked that question is one of the reasons why that happens is because usually it happens when you're younger. Maybe some kids say you're bad at singing. Maybe some kids say you're bad at this or that. My example of that would be using my brains. Really. When I was a kid, I used to love school. I used to be excited about raising my hand in class. I used to know all the answers and all the stuff, okay? But kids that didn't know as much as I did, I would raise my hand and I was excited about class and stuff like that. They started to tease me and it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And eventually, raising my hand, it wasn't worth it. And so I stopped raising my hand in class. My one real talent, I mean, I have a few talents, but the one really big thing that I'm really good at is using my head and using my brain and learning things. I wasn't so much told I was stupid, but Lori, y'all focus now. Thank you. God damn. So when I was a kid, they didn't tell me that I was bad at it so much or that I couldn't do it. They shamed me. They shamed my brains and they shamed me raising my hand, and so I stopped, and that was that. That's one of the reasons why even when I got into adult years, I thought it was a curse. And so I definitely was not balanced. I definitely had no level-headedness. Level-headedness is key to everything. Level-headedness and having it's key first to having a balanced life, and both combined are key to having a successful life. And you're talking to a person who, by definition, has bipolar disorder, which means by definition I am unbalanced. Some people are more unbalanced psychologically. I am unbalanced with my emotions. I was young, 10 years old. Anyway, and so, yeah, that's it, Dwan. Yeah, that's it. And so it's not so much that we were told that we couldn't do something. It's the way people made us feel. All right? And because I had a low self-esteem when I was a kid, and I didn't even know what the hell that was, because I allowed myself to be ruled by other people. I believe that. I began to believe that. And so as an adult now, one of the things that I maintain that is a lot harder than I make it out to be for myself anyway, is that I have to have balance in my life. I have to have balance in my life. Whenever my life becomes hectic or unbalanced, I become messed up. Okay? And the reason why that's important to understand is when you have a psychological disorder, any psychological disorder, I mean, first of all, if you're unbalanced in your regular life and you don't have a psychological disorder, your life gets messed up. But imagine now, I am unbalanced in my emotions. Bipolar disorder used to be called manic depression. Okay, or what is it called? Melancholy. You know, we get melancholy, and then you get manic highs. It's by its very nature, it's unbalanced, and especially considering I'm doing this without medicines. Okay, and I did this without medicines. I've done this without medicines for 17 years. Okay, going on 18 years. All right, I literally have been off my lithium for a long, long time now. And it wasn't easy at first, but I did it. And I had to manage my life. I had to manage my life long before I ever even made an attempt to try to manage somebody else or do a business. You always say, well, what's your credentials, Daryl? How do you know you can manage a business? Because I have managed my life for 17 years. Okay? Do you get up and down? No. And even if I do, I know how to deal with them. That's the thing. That's part of the practice. It's I no longer have mood swings throughout the day like that. But that's the Dwan has that right, but I understand what Anna's question was. Does it happen all day? Oh, it used to. But there are counters to everything that I go through. So, like, for example, let's take depression. Okay? Depression makes it impossible for me to get up during the daytime. Sometimes. It is, I don't want to bathe. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to. Well, that's true, Dwan, but what Anna's trying to ask specifically is about bipolar. Bipolar is not normal people when they do have a down day can still get dressed and take a shower and brush their teeth. No. It's something so check this out. Long time ago, I used to think that it was really mean, really not right for hospitals to force a person to take a shower. I just thought it was mean. I now officially understand why they do that. Because when you take a shower and you have to force yourself, you're not going to want to take a shower. When you're like that, as a person like me, we don't want to do it. We don't want to. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do normal things, brush your teeth and things, because the philosophy goes like a little like this. It's screwed up, but this is how we think. I feel like crap on the inside, so I could give a flying F what you think about my outside. Simple as that. And we don't make an attempt to do that. That's with everybody like me, not just Daryl. It's with everybody like me. It's a problem. So they when you go to, if you ever go to a psych ward, or you go to a mental hospital, or even visit them, they'll tell you they make their patients force them to take showers and things, and they mark it down. But Denise, you're not understanding what I'm trying to say. It's not about the shower. Normal folk, they just can't understand. It's not about the shower. It's not about the cleanliness of the shower or about me smelling good. It's about an idea of self-respect that we do not have about ourselves. When we're depressed, we have no respect for ourselves. And so what I have to do when I'm like that, and it's hard, even now, where I have to get up, I have to force myself, I have to literally convince myself to take a shower when I'm like that. Really. No, it's not even the process of getting to it. It's nothing to do with any of that. Nothing to do with any of that. It has everything to do with self-respect. It's not. It's one thing about bipolar disorder I know for a fact, and I think this is applicable to a lot of different mental illnesses, but especially I know bipolar disorders like this, where basically the best thing for a person with bipolar disorder is order. Getting a routine. Making sure that a routine, because our mind is chaos. When your mind's chaos, we don't think like you. You can convince us how bad we smell all day long. It doesn't matter. It's amazing how much people just don't understand mental illness. It really is. And it's not your fault. If you don't have a mental illness, it's not your fault. And nor would I ever want you to have mental illness. But it's these concepts that are the hardest to explain to people. They're like, oh, well, it's about getting in the shower and being all squeaky clean. No, it's not. It's about self-respect. It's about getting yourself into a routine, brushing your teeth, doing these things. Okay? Getting yourself dressed. By the way, homelessness, even though technically homelessness is not a mental illness, homelessness is that you have to retrain a person to be normal too. Now it's easier because they are normal in the head a lot of times, but then again, sometimes they're not. I was homeless. Donna was homeless. Donna has been diagnosed with severe depression. The idea is this is just one aspect of it. Okay, so you have the shower and things like that that can counter that you try to counter depression. Now you're gonna have to do more than that. Maybe listen to music. Maybe go for a walk. Because you don't want to do anything but lay in bed all day. That is the worst decision you can make. Laying in bed all day while you're depressed is literally the worst effing thing you can do. I don't care if you have nothing to do. Get the hell out of the house when you're depressed. And you never know when it can cheer you up. It's hard. It's right. It means you have to force yourself. You have to show yourself you have to show yourself self-discipline. Okay? And did you just say you can kind of relate because you broke your shoulder, Lori? Okay. Oh, God. Anyway, check this out. Then there's the manic, which is the opposite. Now, both of these mood swings in bipolar disorder can be triggered. They can be triggered by a situation, someone else, anything. Okay? And those things, take for example, maybe, and then there's the untriggered ones. It doesn't have to be triggered, but it can be triggered. You can get yourself depressed. Okay, I'll tell you a bad habit I used to do. I would sit there and I would be depressed, okay? And I would go get drunk, all right? And in my drunken stupor, I would listen to music, and I would do those things like that, and I would I would purposely trigger a manic. And I thought, and then I would feel good and feel nice, and until I crashed. Crashing off a manic, let's just say it is not good. Because it is a crash. It is. And it's awful. And bouncing back and forth, and you have no control because you're not even making an attempt to try to stop any of it. So I had to learn how to do that, stop it. I had to learn the signs of when I was going to be in a depressive mood or be in a manic mood. There are signs, you can always tell there are signs, especially with me. I had to learn my own signs so that I could give Sophia or whoever it was a warning that I think I'm switching. Okay? Every single time I'm on a live, dude, that woman there, every time, y'all, she knows 8 o'clock. These are the loudest doors on this planet, I swear to God. Anyway, I digress. But I had to learn myself, all right? So in that process of learning myself, so that I could help other people understand when I was in a mood swing or whatever it was. Do you need the cigarettes? Hey, you. Do you need the smokes? No, dude. Man, I swear to God, man, I'm around distractible players here. It's so annoying. Third time in a row. But some people's children. Anyway, so I had to learn myself. I had to learn my mood swings. I had to learn my different things. I had to learn the different signs. Okay? And so now I know before it happens when I'm switching. I know when I'm gonna get depressed. I know when I'm gonna be on a manic. And I can adjust accordingly. The thing is, knowledge is power. And in the end, if you don't know, it's shocking. When you do know, you do know. And you can prepare accordingly. You can come up with your own plan of attack, as it were, to counter your own problems. And that's what they would tell you anyway in counseling. If you were to go to a professional counselor, that's what they would tell you. That you have to get to know yourself and your disorder. Really. Without it, you have no chance of solving anything. In other words, I'm not here to solve your problems. You have to try to help. You have to try to solve your own problems. And this knowledge that you will have, this knowledge that you will glean off the information of your own life, This will cause you to have balance and level thoughts. It will. Because you will know that unless it's a very rare situation, that you will be able to stand, and you will know when you can't stand. How many times have you heard a person get into a situation where they go, well, I should have known better? Yeah, you should have known better. But they do it anyway. Self-control. You have to get these things down. It's not just you. Part of what the ingredients do that's so special is it helps you with that. It helps you with control. Because you need to have control. Because a lot of times with mental illness, there is no control. You have no control over your life. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about all this stuff earlier. And so I wanted to discuss it with you guys. I'm going to be getting off because I got to get going because it's already 9 o'clock. But I want you guys to think about something. And I'm going to leave you guys on this. What do you not have control over? And you know for a fact you do not have control over. And if any of you say nothing, don't bother returning. Because everyone's got something that they have to work on. Because we're human beings. Okay? Even only Jesus was ever perfect. Okay? So in all seriousness, think about this, and I'll ask you tomorrow. In your life, okay? In your life, name something. Think about something. Think about it long and hard. Think about something that you need to work on, that you need to have control over in your life. That you know. Hey, I'm about done. I want to have a smoke with you. You, hey, what's up there? Hello. I want to have a smoke with you. I'm almost done. Think about that question, okay? Think about something that you need to have control over, and we can discuss it. Maybe it can be another video subject. Maybe it's something that we haven't talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. Think about that. Answer that question. And I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna get to work here. I'm gonna have a smoke with her. Get to work. Try to finish this stinking venting video, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Behave yourself. Be safe when you're traveling. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. By the way, be safe when you get there. You never know what you may find. It's craziness that goes all over the world, and you never know what you may find. Be understanding of one another, not just from your perspective, but from theirs, right? Because you can't expect everybody to always come to you. You do have to go to them sometimes and give them hope. Be understanding of yourself that you have limits. Everyone has limits. We're not God. That's why we work as a team. That way we can expand our limits, expand our situation, so that we don't have to be stopped because we can't do something. Right? Remember, life is fleeting. You're not promised your next breath. You're just not. And so take now to go outside your box and learn everything you can about that thing. You never know what you may find out about yourself. All right? And until tomorrow, may the Lord light guide you in all things. Goodbye.